Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. So today is repeat movement. I know that's like a hard thing in the long form because we repeat a lot of movements and we want to learn the sequence. So we're really going to focus on the new transition from Golden Rooster into Repulse Monkey, and then it's simply diagonal flying. So we have repeat Repulse Monkey, diagonal flying, raise hands and step forward, white crane. Okay, so these things are just going to continue just as they did earlier in the form, but let's do our warm-ups first. Let's get into our section 3 practice, and then we'll get into that new transition. So feet shoulders width apart, knees in line, remember nice and soft, and just start warming up through the spine. So remember, in order to warm up through the spine, we want to keep our hips facing forward and then turn from our upper body. So we're not going to turn too much from side to side with those hips, but more just the torso leading the movement. So this is the beginning of finding how the energy comes from the ground, through the feet and legs, controlled by the waist, and then expressed in the hands and fingers. So play around with how fast you're turning from your middle body and notice how the arm swing is controlled by that waist turning and the speed at which you're moving. On that tip, slow it down until we finally come back to center. Okay, let's get into the shoulders. So rolling them back, there's that alternating version if that feels good. Large arm circles. Find what feels good today. That's your goal. So do you want to just focus one and then the other and get a little bit more spine movement? Every day is different. The goal right now is to think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. Open up through the chest. And check in on your breath. Are you breathing all the way down to your belly? Now let's go the other way. So squeeze the other way. Pull those shoulder blades apart. Think about the chest coming together. Option to alternate. Large arm circles. Make it your own. All right, let's go the other way a couple times. I feel like we always need a little bit more going back, and then we'll shake them out. Okay. Let's do those hips. So big circles all the way around. Make sure to push out and around. You can lean into it as much as you want. Let's go the other direction. Few circles. Okay, come back to center and then knees and ankles together, bending down that little bit, head's nice and relaxed. Lift through your chest and make little circles with the knees. Might even get a nice stretch through the lower back, depending on how much length you find through your spine. Okay, let's go the other direction. Okay, and release. Shake out the legs. Okay, let's take a moment and we're going to think about opening up our hips a little bit more because we have Fair Lady Work shuttles today, and then we have diagonal flying, which is that large opening stance. So we'll just lift our leg up and then open to the side and touch. So just doing a few rounds, think how far can I open to the side? Challenging our balance a little bit. Make sure that your standing leg is not locked out. All right, we'll do 2 more. Lift and open. Last one on this side. And then we'll see how good I can balance on that broken foot. Ready? Up and over. So focusing on your breath is really key when we're in any sort of standing posture. Okay, let's do 2 more. And release. Okay. Feet turn out for a second. Just bring them out to the corner and then sink down a little bit. Try to keep your knees in line and then push up. Little bit of opening. Let's do 2 more. So sink, push them open, and then come up. This is really going to challenge through the legs. Last one. Down and then up. Okay. You feel that alignment? That's what we're going to be going for through Fair Lady and diagonal flying. So let's practice from cross hands, the beginning of section 3, all the way through that second Golden Rooster on one leg. Ready? Feet shoulders width apart. Moving nice and slow. Sink down, right arm on the outside. Run through your checklist. Are your knees in line with your foot direction? That weight centered. Waist relaxed. Shoulders down, chest sinking in, back rounded. Head lifting up. Okay, embrace tiger. Return to the mountain. Shift to your right. Turn on that left heel. Separate the arms as you shift your weight to the left. 2 circles as you step out, less than corner. It looks like brush knee. Make sure that left hand goes to the shoulder and then pushes out. Roll back. Bring that right arm up to the shoulder and then imagine connecting out with the forearm. And turn. Touching the left palm to the right forearm for press. Expand out. Push, flatten the arms. Come back. How do your legs feel? Knees in line. And then push to shoulder height and shoulder width apart. Flatten the arms. Shifting back, single whip to the corner direction. Rotate on that right heel. Press down, fingertips point together. Make a hook to that straight direction. Standing ward off and then push. Shift back. Turn on your left heel. We're going to drop that hook, look over the left shoulder, close the arms and step, and then follow that right arm. Left hand by the hip, parting the wild horse's mane, number 1. Number 2, rotate those arms. Close, look over that right shoulder and step. And now follow the left arm. Right hand by your hip. Last one. Rotate, close, and step. Use your waist turning to bring that right arm so that it's in line with the leg. Shift back, grasping the bird's tail. Turn, arms don't change. Ward off left. Rotate, close and step, and then up and down go together. Vertical torso. Ward off right, shift. Turn on your left heel. Rotate the arms. Bring that right foot in and then step out. Up and down go together. Right elbow in line with the right knee. Roll back. Keep that connection between the arms as you rotate. And then shifting back. Feel the push and support between your legs. Press. Touching in close and then expanding out. Square everything up to straight. Come back over that ball. Armpits open. And then push. Flatten. Turn. Single whip. Hook hand to chin level. Step and push. Fair Lady work shuttle. Shift back. Left arm and leg come towards that right corner. Relax the hook and the right foot, left hand by the ribs. Step and turn over the right hand. Left arm comes underneath. Wards off up. And then we push with the right palm. Pressing down, number 2. Turn towards your right. Big arm circles. Bring both palms to the sky as you relax your right foot. You can step and then turn, ward off up, and then palm push. Number 3, press down, shifting back. Step to straight, little circle or shuttle, both palms to the sky, left arm and leg go out together, and then push. Last one, pressing down. Big turn. Both palms to the sky, relax that right foot, pick up, maybe you step, turn, warding off, and then push. Okay, pressing down. This time looks more like roll back with that left palm to the sky. Turn everything together. Grasping the bird's tail, ward off, left. Make sure left arm all in line to the straight direction. Shift back, turn, legs, waist, arms, everything together. Rotate. We close the arms as we step, and then we hinge up and down together. Roll back. Rotate everything smoothly together towards that corner, and then shift and turn. Press. Expanding out, and push. Okay, single whip. Use that big turn. Get that right foot to the corner. Pressing down, fingertips point together for a moment. Then we make that hook and we step. Wave hands like clouds. Shift, turn. Drop that hook. Coming to the left side, we step in. Making 2 circles. Stepping double wide. So rotate to grab with that top arm pulling. Moving one side and then the other. Gaze follows the arms. Last one, we step towards the corner, shoulder width for single whip. Open up your right foot for snake creeps down. Left hand to the shoulders, you shift. And then sink down. Coming up for Golden Rooster, right foot returns. We're going to open up that left side, drop the hook. Come back and then up and down, go together. Okay, Golden Rooster on the right leg. Stepping back, right arm goes out. Pulling and then pressing down and lifting up, go together. Okay, yes, nice work. All right, feeling pretty good now. We are getting closer and closer, okay? Are you ready? Repeat movement. So just watch. I'm going to show you from 2 directions first, and then we're going to break it down. So we're going to have that stepping back again. We're coming from Golden Rooster, and we're going into Repulse Monkey. So it's going to look kind of similar, where we're still rotating that arm, and we're stepping back, and then we're pulling into that palm strike. Okay? So again, from this direction, we're going to find our balance, and then we're going to reach out with that left arm. Left leg goes back and we step. Then we pull into the palm strike as we rotate that right foot. Okay? So the footwork is very similar to what we just did. There's one small difference. When we do the first Golden Rooster, we want to make sure that we have a very small step back so we can easily transition into the other side because we're standing up again, right? This time we're not standing up. So we can step back a little bit further, okay? We don't want to reach, but we don't have to be as close because we're not going to stand up, okay? And we're going to rotate. So remember, when we step back, if you're standing on that right leg and you step back, we want to touch with the toe, the ball, and then the heel. When we rotate on the heel of our front foot, we should have one line between our feet. Do you see it on the floor? This is important, okay? We want to make sure that we're not crossing over and then ending up like this in some pinched position, okay? This will take time for your body to realize where it is. It's nothing but practice, okay? And taking that time when you step down and kind of checking, are my heels in line, okay? In order to get your foot to the corner, we want to make sure that when we stand up, when we step down, we touch toe, ball, heel, okay? Notice how the weight is still in that right leg. Then we're going to shift and we're going to turn, okay? So let's try and do it. We're going to talk about that waist turning as well. You can have the arms up if you'd like. We're going to be in our Golden Rooster on our right leg. Our torso is facing the corner. So as we're sinking down, we're actually going to sink and our torso is going to come to straight as we touch down. So at this point, both feet are to the corner. Check. Are your knees in line? This is a big one, okay? So knees should still be in line. Torso straight. Now as you shift on that right heel, turn your torso to the corner direction on the left side. Nice. Yes. Okay. So essentially, what is our torso doing? We're going from corner to straight to corner. Remember, your torso direction plays a big role in your balance. So if we're still trying to stay one direction or the other, it might really affect you, okay? So arms, let's do that so we can combine it all together really quickly. So we have that left hand to the sky and the right hand is by your hip, okay? The left arm's just going to reach out with that palm facing up. Then we're going to pull down to the hip. That's it, okay? When you get to the hip, make sure that you still have space under the arm. We're not closed. So what it looks like from the back is that that arm is diagonal to the corner direction. It's not going to be facing back. It's open, okay? Sitting at your hip, okay? The right hand, to turn to show you, okay? It's going to rotate and it's going to make a circle. Remember that beautiful circle you had? We're going to push out. So everything comes from where? Shoulder and elbow rotation, okay? So we're sitting at our hip. We're going to bring that palm back. Watch how everything stays in position. We use the shoulder and the elbow, and then we push, okay? Simple enough in theory. Okay, let's put it together. So left hand to the sky, right hand by your hip, okay? We're going to start rotating as we reach out, and then we're going to bring that hand to the shoulder. So your checkpoint, right hand in front of the shoulder, left palm to the sky, and the torso is straight. Now imagine you're turning and you're pulling into your palm strike. Yes. So hand by the hip and the palm is in line with the shoulder. Nailed it. Okay, let's do it one more time and then we're going to put it together because it helps with the legs. So we're going to rotate, use that elbow and shoulder, left palm goes to the sky, right hand to the shoulder. Now forward and back, go together. Yes, that's it. Okay, let's do it with the legs. So remember, it's kind of like counterbalancing. That left arm goes out front and that left leg's going to go back. Are you ready? Okay, standing up or just touch with the toes, up to you. Nice starting position, torso's open. Okay, as we sink down, we start rotating that right arm. Left arm's reaching out, palm to the sky. We touch. Check. Right here, left palm, torso straight, right hand, where? By your shoulder, armpit open, right? Now, turn on your heel and imagine we're pulling in to that palm strike. Yes, that's it. Okay, so this movement is quite literally grabbing your opponent's wrist and you're pulling into this palm strike, okay? So this is a really cool movement. Think about it like this, okay? You have the power of pulling and pushing, but you're pulling back as well, and you're turning into that palm strike, okay? So we have all the power of legs, waist, and arms working together. Let's do it a few times from standing on that right leg or touching with the toes. Golden Rooster right side, and then we shift down, rotate, and step. Then we pull into our palm strike. So check, hand by your hip, looking where the action is happening, so that right palm. Look, drop the arms, don't move your footwork. How'd you do? Are you crossed, or do we have one line with our feet on two sides? Remember, if it's not the best, it'll get better. Just being aware of what you're doing is what's going to help, okay? So if you feel unsteady, you feel wobbly, probably means you need to step a little bit to the side, okay? Let's do it again. Standing up. Okay, use that shoulder and elbow. Rotate, left palm goes to the sky, and touch. Then pull in to that palm strike. Okay, one more time. Don't move the feet. How'd you do? Yeah, it gets better every time. So let's just do that transition again. Remember, we have 3 of these in a row. So we're going to add on to it, but let's first just nail this new transition. Okay, sinking down, rotating, and step. Pull and push go together. We're shifting on that right heel. Okay, is your armpit open? Elbows to the corner. Palms pushing out. Okay, drop the arms. Legs are good? Okay, we want to make sure that we have this transition really solid because the next 2 are stepping back as well, okay? So the next ones are the same exact movements, but we're just going to do it on the other side one time and then come back to this original direction. You can try it with me or watch one time. So we come from Golden Rooster on our right leg. We're going to rotate and step and then pull in. Then we're going to do the other side. So we use the same techniques. We step and we pull in. And then we have one more. We step and pull in. Okay? So we're just stepping back the whole time. Thing being, again, we start on Golden Rooster and we step. We want to make sure we're not crossed as we step back. Okay? How can we practice? Put a piece of painter's tape on your floor. It's very hard to miss, okay? And then don't step on the painter's tape. Well, not unless you have like 4-inch painter's tape, but if you have 1-inch painter's tape, just try to step on either side, okay? You could use a yardstick. That's a great trick as well. Just be careful when you're stepping down that you're not going to step on it and slip. You could use lines in your floor, but sometimes having that tape on the floor really makes us more aware of our footwork. So let's just do the footwork one time and then we're going to try the arms. So we have Golden Rooster. Let's do the full one and then we're just going to do the footwork. So left arm reaches out, left leg goes back. We step. Then we pull in. Okay, so now shift your weight to the left leg. See, the torso goes straight and we touch toe, ball, heel. Okay, everything's straight. Now turn on the left heel. Torsos to corner. How'd you do? Look at your footwork. Do you feel wobbly? Is it crossed? Okay, good. Now pick up. We're going to pick up, touch, toe, ball, heel, torso straight in this transition. Then everything turns the same time. Nice. Okay, so if I mirror you, we do our first Golden Rooster, okay? And we have our right palm out and our left hand by our hip, okay? So you can do this movement endlessly. You're gonna rotate, use that elbow and your shoulder, right palm goes to the sky. Then we pull in, okay? So even here, we could use our torso turning a little bit. So use your elbow and your shoulder, and the palm goes to the sky and the torso straight. Then we pull in as we turn. Now watch the looking or the gaze. We're going to look where the action is happening, and then we're going to transition and look where the action is happening. So we're simply grabbing and setting up, and then we're pulling into that strike. And then it's same thing. We're thinking grab and then pull in. But in Tai Chi, we never actually close the hands for grabbing, right? But we can practice and find these circles, okay? This is key, okay? What other movements do we see this in? Brush, knee, and push, okay? So brush, knee, and push has the same rotation of the arm, but we move forward instead. This, we're moving back, but it should feel exactly the same. So can you keep armpit open the whole time, both sides, right? Because again, what's going to happen? We have two with our right arm and one with our left arm, just like brush knee. It's the same thing, okay? So we don't get as many choice or chances to practice, okay? Let's try and put it together a few times. You ready? Standing up, Golden Rooster on the right leg, okay? Rotate, left palm goes out and we step. Then we pull into the palm strike. Okay, rotate, use the shoulder and the elbow. Right palm goes to the sky and you step. Torso straight. Then turn to the right side. Now last one. We show rotate and step. Then we pull in. Feeling pretty good, right? It's been a while since we did Repulse Monkey. That's the whole thing, right? Like, we do this so long ago, and then we get back to section 3, and it's like a whoa moment. Okay, new transition, and I got to remember what this movement was. Remember, that's totally normal, okay? So let's practice single whip, snake creeps down, Golden Roosters, and then Repulse Monkeys, okay? So, nice starting position. I'm challenging your memory now. Single whip. Nice starting position. Look through that left palm, torso's vertical. Open up that right foot. Draw your palm back as you shift back. Then we sink down. Then we move forward. Return that foot to the corner. Open, left side, drop the hook. Draw back, standing up. Tuck that foot in. Okay. Reach right arm and right leg. Step. Turn. Up and down. Go together. Okay, Repulse Monkey. Use that rotation. Left arm and leg together. Go out. Pull and push. Go together. Number 2. Step and push. Okay, one more. And Repulse Monkey. Okay, ready? One more time. Okay, whole thing, just single whip all the way through to the last Repulse Monkey there. Okay, ready? Snake creeps down. Open, shift back. Find your flow. Sink down. Golden Rooster. Move forward. Close the foot. Open the left foot, up and down, standing on the left leg. Right arm and leg go forward and back. Touch, turn, up and down as you stand. Repulse monkey. Nice circle as you step, pull, and push as you turn from the waist. Okay, number 2. Step, pull and push. Last one. How's your stepping? Not crossed. And then rotate on that heel. All right. You made it. Okay, repeat movement. We're going to go through this slowly so that we remember what we're going to next. Okay, so we're not just going to fly through this. Remember, I've still got a broken foot, so we're going to do alternate footwork for diagonal flying next week. That's going to be the exciting part, okay? We have the traditional one. We've already been through that. Now we're going to do the alternate and get really, really clear on it because I can't even do the traditional one. I'll get there. Got to give it a few months, okay? One day at a time, being grateful for what we can do. Thank you so much for being here. Great practice today.